having a good day. Dum 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 dum. Cartoons, 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 cartoons. Is that it? No, that is not it. Cartoon, cartoons, Fridays, cartoon, cartoons, Fridays, cartoon, cartoons, Fridays. La. Alright, we got a good show for you today. This is Cartoon, 5 Points IWhoa. My last episode before my Christmas Friday the 13th special. You know, we're in finals week and all of that horrible anxiety, and good to be doing a show right now. First thing we have to talk about is Brian Griffin. Over the past 2 weeks, since I was not here last week because of Thanksgiving break, unfortunately, Brian Griffin has been killed off in the show Family Guy. Here we go.
Holy crap, what the hell happened? That guy sucked.
Mom, is Brian gonna be okay?
I don't know, Meg, but this is the best veterinarian in Quahog. Brian's getting the finest care there is.
He had to share the ambulance with a chicken.
Aren't you supposed to be running around?
Don't talk to me. You have a bad reputation in the chicken community.
Doctor, how is Brian? Is he gonna be okay?
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Griffin, but Brian's injuries are just too severe for us to save him. I don't know how much longer he has, but I suggest that you all go in and say your goodbyes.
I can't believe it. You really...
Damn it, Brian, you can't die. We were going to do so many things together. We were going to become windsurfers. I was going to be a little better than you, but we were both going to be good.
You guys, I think Brian's trying to say something.
You've given me a wonderful life. I love you all.
I'm sorry. He's gone.
Oh my God, he's...
Yes, Chris. I'm afraid that our Brian is dead.
Hi, this is my response to Mayor Adam West dying and becoming a ghost on Family Guy. So there was a funeral being held for Brian, who did die on the show, and Adam West was there, and he was kind of upset, saying that, hey, none of you came for my funeral. Well, what could that mean? But then as he walked away, he disappeared, as if he were a ghost. Now, there are questions about continuity and whether or not that's actually going to apply to Family Guy storylines, I should say. I don't know if it is. It might just be one of those random throwaway things that it's not really going to apply, because Adam West does all sorts of random things, and it's hard to tell if it would carry over. It could be Adam West has been a ghost the whole time. Wouldn't that be an interesting twist? It'd be like a Sixth Sense thing with Adam West, though. But I don't think Adam West is really dead, but have to see the future episodes to figure that out. If he is, you know what? I guess I was wrong.
Thank you so much for coming, guys. Brian would be very thankful that you're here.
No problem, Lois. You know, I usually don't come to funerals. Since I'm a cop, I always wind up getting hit by a black woman with a purse.
You find the man who did this.
Ma'am,
You
what's
bring
your
him
relationship
to
to
justice.
Brian?
You make sure this
Are you sure
age
you're
of
at the
child
right
didn't die for
funeral?
nothing.
Ma'am,
You show
Brian's
the
a
world why
dog.
you became a cop.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for coming today.
None of you people came to my funeral.
I know Peter wanted to say a few words.
Oh boy, this is probably the worst pain I've ever had to go through. And I've sprained my ankle twice. The truth is, Brian wasn't just my dog. He was my best friend in the whole world. He was smart, he was loyal, and I guess what I'm trying to say is, he was like a brother to me, and I'm gonna spend the rest of my life missing him.
We're all gonna miss him, Peter. We're all gonna miss him very much.
Damn it, Ortiz, stop swinging at junk.
Brian Griffin's funeral. What do you think? Call in 718-405-3456. But if Adam West was a ghost and you could talk to him, they could see him, why couldn't Brian come back? The whole main issue with this thing, why this is such a big deal, is Brian was a beloved character, and honestly, everybody said Seth saw himself as Brian, that Seth even admitted that Brian was his favorite character. Trying to find proof of that right now, but so they're like, what does this mean? Does Seth want to commit suicide? He killed off his favorite character? We don't know, but Family Guy is just going to be crazy from now on if they don't bring back Brian. Forcing Brian, and here we go, an interview with Seth MacFarlane. 3D mix.
Introducing Red Lobster
No,
seafood
wait,
base.
Red Lobster?
Combinations of your favorite seafood from
I'm hungry. It freezed. Look at that. Is that lobster? Is that honey mustard? No, that's butter. They melted butter. Alright, come on, move. Another one. Alright, yeah.
Introducing Red Lobster seafood bakes.
I'm waving my hands in the air. I'm waving my hands in the air. New window. Until then, let's try and find some articles about Brian Griffin dying.
Combinations of your favorite seafood, from lobster to crab, shrimp and mussels, and a savory broth.
Oh, hopefully he's coming
Try
back.
one today.
Will he return from the dead? When Family Guy's dog Brian Griffin met his tragic end on A Life of Brian episode that aired on November 24th, comicbook.com was its first to offer a proof that Brian would return. One of the theories that we offered up was that Brian would return in an upcoming Christmas
Now try
episode.
7 lunch choices at
Now Entertainment
$7.99.
Weekly is reporting that the
Sandwiches,
Christmas
salads, and
episode
more.
theory is indeed correct. Brian Griffin will reportedly return in the December episode, which is entitled Christmas Guy. Doesn't cite a source to how they notice. Wait, so there's no proof. And you also know Fox declined to
the
comment.
idea to do the live-action stage shows?
That was something that well, The Simpsons had done it. They had done it once at the was it the Montreal Comedy Festival, or they had done it somewhere. Where was it? Aspen, the Aspen Comedy Festival. The Simpsons had done it, and we thought, wow, that's cool that worked, and obviously got a huge response. So we kind of took the baton and turned it into more of like, we brought the orchestra in and just turned it into kind of a big fun night, and it ended up working great. So I wish I could say we thought of that, but that comes from The Simpsons.
Yeah, I had very mixed feelings when Family Guy, after I had left, started doing these live shows, because watching Seth do a reading of Family Guy, especially when the characters are ping-ponging between Peter, Stewie, Brian, he doesn't miss a beat. His musical ability is what kind of feeds his timing, and there's no one with better timing than Seth. And sitting at those early table reads were amazing, and when you started sharing them with everybody else, Seth, it felt a little... I didn't want to share.
When you do two characters who are talking to each other, do you do it right back to back like that?
He does it. I mean, Seth, why don't
they
you
can't
give him
ever
a little
actually
taste of that?
They can't ever actually be talking over.
Well, when they have to talk over each other, there's two. At the table read, I have to do it back and forth. It's like
Brian, a pie tastes better with Cool Whip.
What?
I said a pie tastes better with Cool Whip.
Cool Whip?
Yes, Cool Whip.
Say whip.
Whip.
Say Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
It's like when I'm recording, and there has to be, you have to have that sort of, Curb Your Enthusiasm back and forth where there's a little bit of overlap. It's biologically impossible. So in those instances, what I'll do is I'll record one character. I'll say,
Brian, a pie is no good without Cool Whip.
Hear the other line in my head, then go into the next Stewie line, leave a little bit of space. I'll then play it back and tuck in the Brian lines and sort of pretend like Stewie is another actor.
You're like the Prince of animation.
I got to tell you, Bill, something more remarkable.
Prince, the recording artist back then.
Yeah, I didn't know
Prince,
that,
he does all the instruments himself.
I mean, we're all here to blow a little smoke up his ass anyway, so I want to tell this story. When we first came back, we did an episode where the Griffins had a family band, and Meg had a makeover, and she was like a Britney Spears thing. And one of the most, and Seth truly, I mean, I already got the gig, so I don't have to blow smoke up his ass, but he's really remarkable because one of the things I watched Seth do in the booth was sing a song. We had like a Partridge Family type song, and he sang as Peter with notes, all in character, in perfect, never missed a note. Then he sang as Stewie, and then as Brian.
Okay, this is going nowhere. I don't see him saying that Brian's his favorite character, but he said it. Trust me on this one. All right, so good news, everyone. Good news. Special news. We have with us in here Miss Pinkie Pie. I'm interviewing Pinkie Pie now. Pinkie Pie, great to have you on the show. What do you think of it? I mean, like, why are you here? Talk to your audience.
Surprise!
See?
Hi, I'm Pinkie Pie, and I threw this party just for you.
Great to have you on with us, Pinkie Pie. So, what's it like? How do you think? What's it like being a pony from Equestria? Tell us. What is it like?
I always let my imagination run away from me. Then it comes back with cake.
Wow. I mean, honestly, I let my imagination run me too. So, like, That's why I do my radio show. I do imagination, let it run away with me. That's why some people think I'm weird and crazy and they have problems watching my show. Do you know what that's like?
I don't know how it goes, all right.
Imagination. You can't let your imagination get away with you. I mean, you got to be yourself. You know, you just got to be yourself. And like one of the things people tell me is that I got to stop talking to myself. Like Paul, you got to stop talking to yourself. You know. Just gotta stop talking.
That's what I said.
You said that. When did you say that?
Pinkie, you have got to stop talking to yourself.
All right. Okay, so I guess you said it. I don't know. But, you know, just great having you here on the show. But recently, in one of your episodes, you, what is it? You were supposed to ring a school bell, right? How did that go for you? Like, I'm thinking about the school bell up here in Founders, and it's just insane. Like, what?
Oh yeah, I only had to ring it for like 5 minutes. They said that was good enough. Yeah, can't imagine why.
Okay, very, very funny. I could do that too. Just ringing the bell non-stop, and then you have to stop. That'd be cool, right, listeners? So, originally what happened is, where I got this idea from having you on the show, is somebody else interviewed you. Would you mind if I played that clip? Pinkie? Alright, let's do this. This is another interview some professional had with Pinkie Pie. Okay, go on the screen. So what's it